is going on, everybody? You got Chappy
and Junior.
Chappys Phlokking Podcast. Hey, we got you another guest coming at you. He's going to be calling in here. We just got off a sound check. Anyway, guys, you know what we do here. We bring you the good, the bad, the ugly of all social media. And tonight we're just going to shoot it from the hip. There's nothing. We don't try to plan anything out. The only thing we plan is we ask the guy or woman where they're from, what's their name, then we shoot from the hip. The only other thing we plan is a sound check to make sure that they sound good coming through and their cell phone or however they're calling is in good reception. Besides that, we don't have anything planned out, you know. Couple quick notes. We got our link tree up, which is in every one of our bios.
Yep.
So you guys can go check that out. It's got everything. It's got
Spotify, iHeart, it's got Spreaker, it's got our YouTube.
Yeah, it's got Twitch. It's got our new gear on it. We went and we got new gear. Mm-hmm. And last night we added, which we're going through and updating. We got a website now, guys.
Yes, we did.
ChappysPhlokkingPodcast.com, all one word. You can find the podcast on that channel. So if you guys makes it simple for you, we were trying to make this as simple as possible for you guys to find our podcast, and you can find us everywhere. Yeah. You can listen to us mobile in the car. You can listen to us on your laptop. Anywhere you want to listen to us, you can listen to us. So Wesley had an update that he wanted to go over a little bit.
So I did get the video on YouTube this morning for episodes 3 and 4, if you guys want to check that out. And instead of doing all 4 episodes on Sundays, we're going to do 2 of the episodes on the Thursdays, and then 2 more on Sundays on the YouTube. So we will have those out periodically whenever they come out.
Yeah, we just figured that instead of watching a 2-hour video every week, we're going to chop it up for you. Wesley suggested this earlier, and we decided to go ahead and chop it up and put it on like Thursday and Sunday.
Yeah.
I think it works out better for us and you.
Because not everybody has 2 hours to sit there and
listen
to it.
Yeah, I know I don't have 2 hours to sit there, so. But, we weren't, like I said, we weren't really gonna, do anything as far as, we're just kind of shooting from the hip here. We're getting stuff ready. This podcast we're actually recording it. It's one of our pre-recorded ones. It's 8:15 Eastern Standard Time on a Sunday evening.
Yeah.
So you guys you'll hear this. This is going to be released Monday. About 8:15, somewhere right in there, Eastern Standard Time at night. So you guys get it. One of the things you guys can be looking forward to is we're gonna be doing a giveaway, which we'll go into that more because this is news to Junior's ear.
This is definitely news to me.
This is news to Junior's ears. But we're going to be doing a giveaway with some of our gear, with follows and subscriptions, and meeting goals. And if you're this such and such, subscriber, we're gonna send you off some gear. So make sure you give a like and follow over on the YouTube, because that's where we're gonna be doing that over there. We got a call coming in. Hey, this is Chappy.
This is Junior.
Hey, thanks for calling Chappys Phlokking Podcast. Who we got out there?
Hi, this is Logan.
Hey, Logan, where you calling from?
Jefferson, Ohio.
Jefferson, Ohio, another northern
Yeah.
boy. Our last caller was from up there north, in the north. So we were just talking about some of updates that we're going to be doing as far as giveaways and whatnot to some of our YouTube subscribers. But the main focus of our channel is to get people's opinions about social media of all kinds, any social media. So what I want to do is open the floor to you, Logan, and you can tell me a story. You can tell me negative, positive, whatever you want to do. It doesn't have to be any specific, social media. But tell me some of your thoughts about social media, and we'll just kind of go from there. We'll shoot from the hip.
I'm actually on social media myself. I do streaming on YouTube. I think it's a wonderful idea. I do gaming videos, but that's beside the point. But yeah, I see it working out really well. I think the people would enjoy it, and yeah, I don't really know what to say on this topic.
Okay, well, you said you do streaming on YouTube. What is your go ahead and give the listeners your YouTube channel name. Go ahead. We'll put you in there.
It's Irish Dragoon.
Irish Dragoon.
Yep.
All right.
IRISHDRAGOON.
All right. We'll make sure that we follow you, like I've said in some of our past podcasts, that anybody that calls in and supports us, we're gonna go out there and support you.
Definitely.
So we'll definitely look you up and get you added. So, what's your opinion on how the guidelines are being followed or not being followed on social media?
I think that the higher up streamers, they get way more leadway when it comes to certain things. Not saying any names, but but yeah, they get away with a lot of stuff, and these small time streamers, I don't think they get enough credit.
I have to agree with you there. I personally agree. And by the way, just so you know, when you come onto this podcast, any opinion you have is your opinion. Don't hide away from giving that opinion. I don't care what anybody else says outside the channel. Okay, once you're on this podcast, say what you want. Okay, I give that floor to everybody, just so you know. Don't hold back, because that's what this podcast is about, is to get the opinions of the listeners, and that's what we do. So don't hold back on me, Logan. Don't hold back.
All right, I won't.
So here's another question. To go on with what you were saying. So is your streaming channel, that's your main thing? Do you do any TikToking or Twitter or do you do any of that stuff?
I haven't done TikTok in a moment, but I'm thinking about getting back on it.
Okay.
But I do follow on TikTok.
Okay. Here's my personal opinion of TikTok. I would I would steer clear of it because they have there was this thing I read saying that because of giving out information, they're trying to take them off the app stores. So they may no.
Oh wow!
Yeah, TikTok may no longer. They may not be around. Now this is, like I said, this is not a factual thing, because you can't believe everything you read on the internet, but
it's just all hearsay.
Yeah, and it's a matter of opinion and who's putting it out there, and their followers are going to back it. This was actually a topic we had with the last caller. It's just a matter of opinion, and so. But this is what I read, and if it's true, Myself personally, I don't go on TikTok very often anymore. I'm actually waiting for another app to come out that's been in the works. That's what I'm waiting for.
That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah, and once we're done with the call, we're going to actually talk about that. But what other opinion? I mean, what do you have? What is some of your opinions about social media in general? Anything. Just come at me and we'll go from there.
Social media in general, I think it's actually a phenomenal idea, like that we actually have social media. It brings the world closer together. Actually met some of my best friends through social media, and they live states away. Like, I think it's a phenomenal thing that we have today.
Okay. Now,
yes, there are some downfalls to it, but, you know, everything always has downfalls.
right. That was actually going to be my next point. I was going to ask you, do you feel if there was any down points? You already answered that. I feel that there are just as many downfalls as there is positive.
I definitely agree with that.
So, you got anything to chime in on here?
I've just been sitting here listening to what he was saying.
Chime in on some of your comments.
So, really, you're doing a lot of the positives. What is something negative you feel about social media?
A lot of fakes. Like people pretending to be something that they're not.
Okay.
So, now do you think that's because people are... I don't know how to put it. Do you think that's maybe because people are just trying to follow clout and clout chasing, so they hop on a bandwagon and, you know, do a certain...
And they piggyback off other people's ideas?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right. I personally, I used to be big into Musical.ly, which is now known as TikTok. And when I was on there years ago, 2015-ish, 16-ish, somewhere around in there, it was all about independent people just singing and having fun. Now it's, you know, half-naked men and women shaking their you-know-whats everywhere, and the guidelines aren't being followed and taking their videos down because they got, you know, 1 million subscribers and TikTok's making money off of them.
They don't care.
That is my personal opinion on the downfall of that particular social media site.
I've actually seen a lot of that. Some of the least popular people trying to do some of what the popular people are doing, and they can't do it. This goes back to, you know, what I was saying earlier. Popularity gets more leadway than, you know, the smaller people. And you see all these half-naked ladies running around on TikTok when they specifically say that, you know, no sexual content.
Yeah.
And they're just allowing it to happen. I don't think it's fair that they're allowing, you know, popular people do it, but not some of these smaller channels. If it's bad for one, it's bad for all.
I agree with that, but I mean, if you think about back to school days, and now I'll go back 20 years here, 25 years. Now, before the internet, it was the same thing in high school. There was no internet, you know, there wasn't social media, but it was the same thing. The popular kids got away with stuff in school, and, you know, your trailer park kids, your hood kids, we didn't get those special treatments, you know.
Benefits of the doubt.
Yeah, we didn't get those. So it's kind of the same thing, but now that was just local back then. Mm-hmm. You know, now you're like as we're talking, like you said, you've met, you know, some of your best friends are states away, you know, 8 hours away. Now what we used to have local is worldwide. You know, it's the same thing but on a much bigger scale. My personal opinion, a lot of social media sites out there are hurting, you know, the everyday living of society, in my opinion.
I could see that. I could see that.
So, we here always try to uplift people. If there's anything that you've seen that on social media that you could change, what would it be?
Equal opportunity.
As in?
What's good for the goose is good for the gander, pretty much. Like, if it's good for you, it's good for me. You know, it's just, I think it would be easier if everybody had the fair chance of everybody else. Like, this world has come to shit, in my opinion, with all the slandering and the whole movement and all of that. Everybody's equal. We're all pink on the inside.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying?
I totally agree with you. Coming from a lower class, income of family, I know firsthand what it was like being treated as, the poor kid, the out-of-place kid. And I think social media is kind of given the people, the haters, a platform to be able to go and be keyboard warriors and, hate on people from afar because they know that person can't get in their face and take care of business like we used to in the old days. We'd go outside, wrestle around in the yard, and then be done with it. Now, I hate
halfway across the world.
Yeah, and I hate to say it. I mean, it's really tearing down self-esteems of men and women.
A lot of it.
I agree. I agree 100%. I'm actually one of those that the world has, majorly messed up in the head. But I'm not going into that story. Maybe another time.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, here's another question before we get out of here. As you know, we're still growing as a podcast channel. At some point, if you ever want to call back, just, send us an email or a text and say you got some things you want to get off your chest, and we'll bring you back on. Mm-hmm. We have no problem doing that. We offered that same thing to the last caller, and, like I said, we will support you because you volunteered to help support us. It's a give. This is the thing. We're a small-time channel trying to help out small-time creators and getting people's opinions of, their opinion, I should say, of how the world is working in general from the social media standpoint.
All right.
So, if you got anything, Wesley, got anything to add to this?
I believe you hit all the topics that I was thinking of.
Yeah, today's kind of like I said, we're shooting from the hip. There was no real agenda except for getting your opinion on some social media topics that we had, briefly spoke on here. We usually put out about, a 20-minute podcast throughout the week, and then we do a nice long one on Saturday. So, if Logan, do you got anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, give me one moment. Join Chappys Phlokking Podcast.
All right, I like that. So, with that being said, Logan, thank you for calling, and we're gonna let you go. And you have a great Sunday evening, sir.
You guys as well. Thank you for allowing me to call.
All right, you take care, my friend.
You too.
I think he had some great viewpoints on social media. We've talked a lot about the negatives.
Yeah, we've definitely talked a lot about negatives on here. I'm glad to see that he brought up some of the good points.
Yes.
There are, now don't get me wrong, there are some good points with social media. You get to meet people out there. If you're somebody that is uplifting and you like to try to help people, social media
It's
again,
a great place.
it's a great place to do it because you can reach millions of people. You know, you may not even know that person, but they'll come across your page on Twitter or Instagram or whatever, and they'll see your post and be like, "Oh, you know, that kind of helped me out today." You know, or if
Make someone's day.
yeah, if you put out something that's, you know, a comedy type thing, you know, you uplift and put a smile on their face. You know, I like to treat people the way I want to be treated.
And a lot of people aren't raised that way nowadays.
No, nowadays people, they just kind of
Care about themselves.
yeah, it's all about themselves. I totally agree with that, Junior. Totally agree with that. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Final thought for me, guys, is just love everybody. Try to put a smile on their face. You know, treat them as you want to be treated. And you know, if you see somebody being bullied out there on social media, stick up for them.
Say something.
You know, because you could be their saving light. You don't know. You don't know what somebody's thinking on the other side of that screen. There's people out there in dark places, so try to be their light. I know personally I'm going to briefly touch on this because I'm going to briefly touch on this a lot in a lot of our podcasts. We're waiting for a new app to come out that is strictly for adults, and it's an anti-harassment app. It's been in development for about 2 years now. Great bunch of people. The CEO and COO are great people. It's called Phlock. You guys can go check it out.
The community is amazing.
Yeah, the community that the people that are a part of it right now are awesome.
Yes.
The admin team are a group of amazing people.
They welcome me with open arms.
Yeah, I mean they will open their arms to anybody, all walk of life. They don't care, religion, creed, sexual orientation. They don't care. They just want people that want something different and something better.
Yes.
So again, that's Phlock. You can check them out. There's a lot of perks for joining Phlock right now. I'm not going to list them all. There's so many. You guys can go check them out at phlock.com. That's PHLOKK.com. And it literally, it will change your life as far as the community that you'll be joining. But with that being said, I love you all, and I'm out. Peace.
Take it easy.
Hey. Thank you for tuning in. Chappys Phlokking Podcast with your host, Chappy.
And your boy, Junior.
What's going on, everybody? So, hey, tonight is going to be a little bit different. We're still going to shoot from the hip, but we're going to, we got some big news. So we're going to get some people in here. We're going to get talking. So, while I'm inviting everybody, Junior, you got anything that, you want to talk about?
Well, obviously, we're going live today.
Yeah.
Instead of our normal schedule of going live on Saturdays. So we're going to be doing both.
Yes,
and
sir.
You're at least going to get one live from us each week, at least.
Yeah, today's news that we have was just too important to
wait until Saturday or another podcast episode.
Yeah, it was just too important. So, right now I'm trying to get the links and everything to share this out to everybody and get some people here in the chat to hear this news we have. In the meantime, Wes, have you seen anything on social media lately that you haven't, that you thought was, was unfair or something that you thought was kind of cool or... until I figure this out, man, it's your show.
I haven't really seen anything that stuck out to me recently, but it's been a lot of the same Like, everybody just talking about their lives and just personal things, and it's nothing about the world itself. Like, things going on in communities or things going on in whatever, and yeah.
I hear crickets. I hear crickets.
I do too.
I don't know what this boy's doing, but he just kind of stopped on us there.
I did.
So there's a couple things that we're going to be doing, but until then, we've been sent a few sound bites that we're going to play for you guys. Like I said, today's show is going to be a little different than our normal. Normally we're going to go back. We normally go back and forth about social media and this and that. But we got like 3 or 4 things that we want to talk about that's different, that we wanted to do our live, It's the reason we're doing it live today. So, in the meantime, I'm going to play a couple sound bites here. It's only 30 seconds, but we'll play it, so we'll be back in about 30 seconds.
Pro tip. Most people forget that waking up each day is a blessing in itself that we should always be grateful for. Pro tip. If I get fat, I eat too much. If I lose weight, I'm sick. If I dress well, I'm a show-off. If I dress simply, I'm poor. No matter what you do in life, people will always criticize you. So just do what makes you happy. Pro tip.
And we're back. So hopefully you guys take those little snippets. So anyway, one of the things I'm going to go ahead and talk about, we don't really need an audience for, is we have a special guest. We're working out the details. He is a local musician. I came across him on some social media, and I came across one of his songs, found out he was a local boy, and I really like his music. Junior and I sat here and listened to everything we could find on him.
He sounds really good.
Yeah, he sounds really good. So him and I are working out the specifics of when we can get him on the show, because he works some crazy hours. Plus he does his gigs on the weekends and stuff. So we're ironing out that, and we cannot wait to get him on the show. I'm not going to release his name yet, but you'll know it very soon. We'll keep you updated on that. So what we're going to do here is, let's see what we got going on here. Let's see. What do we got? We got anybody in chat yet? Anybody in chat? Nobody's in chat yet. So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to share this out real quick.
That is what I am in the middle of doing.
So I'm going to share it out to some of my Facebook friends, and we're going to get some people in here, because we got some actually really big news to talk about. We're not planning on this being a huge long live, but we do have some important stuff we want to talk about, and we want to see if we can get some viewers takes on things, and see what their opinions are. So we're going to be sharing out some stuff right now, as I'm sharing it out right now live on Spreaker. check out the link in bio. Let's get some people in here, and we'll get hopefully we can get this jumping. I feel like I should be playing some crickets or something, because we're not very talkative right now, because I wanted some people here, so I don't. I guess what we can do here is, let's just talk about it. Let's just go ahead and get it out there. And if we have to repeat ourselves when people come in, we'll repeat ourselves. Okay. Gives us something to talk about. Okay, so most of you know we got our website up. It's ChappysPhlokkingPodcast.com, all one word. Alright, so what we're going to do, because we have some followers that are really they're following us, you know what I mean? Our listeners are awesome. We get emails all the time. I get private messages all the time. One of those sound bites are from a listener, and we told her, I'm not gonna say her name, but we told her that we're gonna play them, and she said, "Well, that's why I gave them to you." I said, "All right." So, so what we're gonna do, guys, is because of all of the feedback and stuff, we are actually gonna do a giveaway. As you know, we have merch, we have gear, and we're gonna be giving away a mug. And how you get into this drawing for a mug 1 month from now.
Today is the 20th exactly.
Okay, so on August 19th at midnight Eastern Time, this is when the entering stops. But here's how this is how you get entered. You're literally going to go to our website and
sign
up. That's it. That's all you got to do.
Make an account.
Just make an account with us, and you're entered. Now, there's more.
There is more.
There's more, ladies and gentlemen. If you bring somebody to sign up, okay, and when they put in there in the notes, how did you hear from us, and they put your name, not only do they get an entry, but you get another one. So now you have two. Now, but wait.
There's even more, Johnny.
There's more. If you go to our gear, for every $5 you spend, you're going to get 5 entries.
Yes, sir.
Every $5 is an entry. And it'll be 5 entries for $5. You'll find that we're going to put on the website all of the legal stuff.
We're still hashing it out.
Yeah, well, no, not really hashing it out. We already know what we're doing.
Yeah. Finalizing it is the word I was thinking.
Yeah, we got to put it on the website and finalize it. So we'll put it on there so you guys know all the rules and regulations, yada, yada, yada. It's going to be one of the handheld coffee mugs, color of your choosing, that we have on there. There's 2 styles. So, the handled style coffee mug is what you guys are going to be getting. And literally, guys, you don't have to spend a dime. That's just an incentive, to get more entries in. That's it. You literally can go on there and buy one thing, $5, and you get 5 entries. On top of the one you already have for just signing up to our website, which again is
ChappysPhlokkingPodcast.com.
All one word.
Yes.
So, and on our page, we stayed up till 4 o'clock in the morning this morning. I had to be back up at 7:30. getting the page working, because it wasn't working correctly. It wasn't working correctly.
We weren't even able to make other accounts until this morning.
Yeah, literally, we could not get accounts made for some reason. And so what we did is we finally got it working. And on there, if you go to the website, you can catch all of our latest podcasts. There's a place where you can see the YouTube videos.
There's a schedule.
Yeah, there's a schedule, Twitter, all that stuff's on there. You can check just about everything that we have is on our website. We're going to try to streamline the podcast to that.
Yes.
We're still going to put out tweets and stuff, but we are trying to streamline it to the website. This way, you guys have chances to win stuff. We're going to be giving away stuff every month.
Every month there's going to be something different.
Every month, something different. You know, we're going to work up. The more people we see coming in, the bigger the prizes. Mm-hmm. The more people you bring in, the better chances you have to win.
Now, on the website, it doesn't say where you're referred by anybody. So, you'll have to go down in the... I think it says anything else or something like that. The note's right underneath it of where you heard about us. And just put down their username or their name. I don't think we actually decided on what exactly we want you guys to say when someone refers you. But just let us know. We'll keep track of them. We'll keep track of who signs up and whatnot. Because we get the emails of who is registering to the site. Because we got a bunch of them last night from us trying.
Yeah. So, definitely, guys. It's a thank you. Literally, it's just a thank you for you guys coming to the website and just signing up. It's just thank yous. That's all it is.
Come to look and listen to us.
Yeah, it's really us just saying thank you. So that's really all it is. So there's one other thing I wanted to talk about. Because we've covered our guests, the guest. We covered. There's actually two things I want to talk about. If you guys like the previous the soundbite lady, as of right now, I'm not gonna speak her name. No. But we are open to sound clips of you doing inspirational things.
Any quotes?
Like quotes and stuff like that. We do ask you to refrain from using music as far as in mainstream music because of royalties. The copyright laws. We won't be able to use it. The Spotify and all them will flag it and they won't play the podcast. So if you put it in with any kind of music, then it's a waste of your time, and above that, it's a waste of our time. And I don't think neither one of us want to do that. Is waste anybody's time.
And don't get us wrong. We want to hear from you guys. We do, but we got to look out for the videos and stuff like that as well.
Yeah. See, at the end of the day, this is a hobby for us, and we enjoy doing it. So, we would love to be able to hear from you guys.
Get feedback, have conversations.
Yep. We can be reached anytime at Chappys Phlokking Podcast.
Either the email.
Yeah, you can get a hold of us.
The Twitter.
Yeah, there's. I get messages all day long on Twitter. people retweeting our stuff, and it's non-stop. It really is. So, the one thing,
there was another thing you wanted to say.
Yeah, there is one other thing. Well, there's two other things. We have created a Telegram group.
Yes.
For Chappys Phlokking Podcast. Yeah, that's why I used it. That's why I used the name. Which also, I'm going to go into, the other thing I have is why I use flocking. But we created the Telegram. It's more of a direct way for people to communicate with us. Like if you got a question of this or that, or if you want to get be in a call in to be interviewed, maybe you want your views or points or this or that to be heard by the world. That's kind of why we're doing this podcast.
We want everybody's opinion on stuff.
Yeah,
that's the point of it.
That's the point, is we want everybody's opinions on social media outlets. We want that opinion. Now, I've been asked this a lot lately. The flocking in Chappys Phlokking Podcast. Why do I use it? One, I got permission to use it by a really good man. The dude will give you the shirt off his back, and I'll get into this in a minute. So about 2 years ago, I was getting really tired of a platform. Well, I'm just going to say, I was getting tired of TikTok. The BS on there was going circles and circles, and it was the same stuff every day.
It wasn't going nowhere.
It wasn't going nowhere. Well, a friend of mine said, hey, there's this new app coming out, you should check it out. And I said, okay, what is it? I'll check it out. And he told me what it was. And I went over and I went to the App Store, and I'm getting ready to download it, and it's not out there yet. So I get back with this guy.
What the hell?
And I'm like, dude, what the hell? You said there was a new app out. He's like, well, no, it's being built right now. I said, okay, well, why don't you tell me when it's built? And he said, okay. So that would have been in like January of two years ago, it had been 2 years ago, January or February of 2 years ago. Well, then I'm scrolling through TikTok, and up pops Nathan, and he's in a live. He's doing a live, on TikTok.
Yeah.
And so I knew. It's, for those of you that don't know, Nathan is the CEO of Flock.
Yeah.
Y'all can go to flock.com and you can check it out. It's PHLOKK. And right now, I'm actually going to bring it up right now because I want to read this statement, and then I want, as I'm pulling it up, pull that up for me. I can't talk and type. I'll want to tell you what I'm saying. But, so I'm watching Nathan's live, and if you ever looked at somebody and said, this man is putting everything he has into something, I could see it in Nathan's eyes that this was for real. Like, okay, I'll give it a time. I didn't have the money at the time, so I was like, we'll give it a minute. I'm actually telling this story to Junior as well.
For the first time.
For the first time. He is part of Flock, as am I.
But
now,
I'm more recent.
But he's recent. He doesn't know why I joined.
Yes.
So about February of 2 years ago, of 2020, a shitstorm of false accusations hit TikTok about how Nathan's scamming people and this and that and blah, 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 blah.
Heard about this story.
Okay, so at this point I kind of turned the fence and was like, you know what, I've seen scams before. So I turned the corner and I'm like, I'll just stick on TikTok and see what the hell happens. Well, this would have been now in like probably October of 2021, a whole year later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Year and a half.
I caught Nathan and his wife in Alive, another one.
Yeah.
And they were helping somebody out doing something, and I could tell by the passion from those two.
It was genuine.
It was a genuine, like, I'm trying to help you. They weren't trying to, like, scam this person. If I recall, they didn't even mention Phlock when they were helping these people. Okay, I'm pretty positive they didn't. So that was kind of like the turning back point for me. And then I did a video with my granddaughters, which this part you've heard.
Yes.
And it got flagged for me wrestling with them and this and that. And they banned my lives. They banned my account, temporarily banned my account. And I'm like, screw this. So I literally went balls to the wall getting into Phlock. I finally saved the money up, and this is during my, of last year I was laid off. It was during being laid off, because I'd waited, like, from the time I seen that live until probably February, I was like, okay, I'll just watch them. And I watched them from afar. I don't think they know this, and they'll probably eventually hear this, but, like, I watched them from afar. And then that happened with my granddaughters, and I'm like, no. I did everything I could, and then in July of last year, I finally pulled the trigger, and I'm like, I'm joining. And then I got to meet, like, the people behind the scenes. I got to meet all the admins. Like, because I knew who the admins were, but I didn't interact with them.
Yeah.
I knew who Donna was. I knew who Cookie was. And then they just added a new one as a 3 months ago. But those two were like a backbone. And we were, like, I started going into the lives, and I became a regular into their lives, and it totally changed, and, like, they were genuine. I think that's the thing that people have misunderstood about Phlock, is it's genuinely, there's like 180 people in their Telegram group, the verified Phlock Telegram group. And all you do is seeing people just uplifting and joking, and Nathan's in there joking. Yeah, I mean, it's literally last night at 4 o'clock in the morning, they're talking about furry balls.
They were. They legitimately were.
Granted, they were talking about cats' eyeballs, but this is the thing about Phlock. It's literally, it's an app. Now I'm going to fast forward here. Now that we're a part of Phlock, I can't wait for it to finally come out. It's about ready to be beta tested. He's basically just waiting for it to go to the app stores.
And then to get approved.
And get approved and pushed out. So, here's the thing. I'm going to read you guys a mission statement, and then I'm going to go through, and I'm going to tell you what the perks are. Now, normally I say, you've heard it before, I say just go to the website and read it for yourself.
Because there's so many.
There's so many. So I'm actually going to read them for you so you guys can hear it. And I know this is why is this guy promoting Phlock, blah, blah, he must be getting paid. No. There is no payment. This is literally a thank you podcast to our fans and to Nathan and Lori for putting a platform out, or trying, during the process of spending their own money, raising money with founders, this is a thank you to everybody that has been there, that's been a part of it. And the reason I even started this podcast, because I wanted people to know the bullshit that's out there on the other social media app. So, here's their mission statement. Do you feel unappreciated and pushed to a private corner on social media where no one can see your content? Tired of seeing bullies, child groomers, and trolls with hundreds and thousands of followers? We are too. It is for this reason that Phlock was created. Okay, now, here's the thing. When you go in and there is a cost to become a founder. It's $25. Okay, here's the thing. Those perks, here's those perks. You're instantly verified. Your blue check mark. You instantly get it. You get 20,000 founders instantly. And, that they're not dropping the app until the full version app until that happens. Mm-hmm. They're literally waiting for that because they want to be able to put as much content out on that app so not seeing repetitious, stuff.
Everything's the same.
Yeah, you get you get your own digital icon with username, password.
I gotta say, mine's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then you get to go live and receive gifts from the first day the app drops. Seriously, it's awesome. Now, if you guys have any questions for them, go to their page. Go to Phlokk.com, Phlokk.com. And all the way at the bottom, you'll see a link that's not all the way at the bottom. Right under the perks, you'll see a link that says join us on Telegram. They have what they call a waiting room, and it's for it's literally for people that have questions about Phlock. And so literally if you have any questions, go over there, join the Telegram, find out all the stuff you can find out.
There's a lot of interesting people there too.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You might find some friends in there that you get along with and stuff, and it may be something you want to get into. Like I said, I mean, there's a lot of things. One of the other perks, it's 17 and older.
Only.
Okay. They have like when you get banned on TikTok, there is not a real person that's looking at your content going, oh, why did this get banned? No, somebody wanted to be an asshole, reported it, and they took you down. It's just the way it works. Nobody reviewed it.
It's a robot.
It's a robot. Not with Phlock. It's not a robot. That's what the admin team is.
They go through and they actually look at the stuff to make sure that what's being reported is actually worth being reported or not.
Right. So I don't really have anything else to say. It will be available on Android and Apple. It'll be going to there's a lot of things, like they're going to have it where you can sell your music if you're a musician. There's going to be a marketplace. They also have a Phlock music division. Mm-hmm. Like, there's so many perks to this. And when it does go to the App Store, it's going to cost 99 cents. And the reason that Nathan decided to do this was it helps deter people from getting on there just to bully. Because if you get on there and you bully somebody, you're banned for life.
Yep. They get your IP address, and you cannot log back in at all.
The way that their tech guy has it set up is not only do they block your IP, but they can block your phone from access of the website.
Yep.
And the app. So it's kind of another deterrent. 99 cents. People aren't just going to keep spending 99 cents
to keep bullying somebody. Unless they're idiotic, but
well, still. That's a matter of opinion. There's lots of that out
there's
there.
A lot of it, but I don't think somebody's going to pay 99 cents over and over and over.
No, I
just
don't.
to say something that's rude.
Yeah, I don't think, and there's a lot of that out there. But, I really don't have anything else to say. I just wanted to get that stuff off my chest. Like I said, this live broadcast, and there actually wasn't anybody nobody showed up in the chat, which is okay.
It's all right. It's our first actual live broadcast.
It's the first actual live broadcast, and it's the middle of the week, so I get it. It's Wednesday. People got to work in the morning. Hell, I got to be up at 4:30 in the morning.
Oh my Lord!
I got to be up at 4:30 in the morning, on the road by 5. So yeah, they changed my hours at work, which totally screws up everything. But I won't be in the heat in a factory in the hottest part of the day. So, to recap here real quick, what was it that you said at the very beginning of the show?
Was it about the lives on Wednesday and Saturday?
Yes. Also, what was it? I don't know if you said it or not.
Was it about the YouTube?
I think so.
So I've said this in a previous podcast. Well, I'll bring it up here because I did not mention it earlier. On Thursdays and Sundays, we're going to be releasing the podcasts and lives from throughout the week on our YouTube. Now, the lives more than likely, I don't know if, do we want to do the lives?
Yeah, we'll put the lives on there.
Yeah. Well, we'll be putting together videos of the Mondays and Wednesdays podcasts and the Fridays and Saturdays. The Monday, Wednesday is going to be going up on Thursday on the YouTube, and Friday, Saturday is going to go up on Sundays.
Right.
That way, the videos aren't 2 hours, 3 hours long, which I don't think they will get that long, but...
Well, it's hard to say because we're working at 35 minutes right now.
Oh, so wow.
I've been long-winded today.
It's all right, though.
But here's the thing. I had a lot of stuff I wanted to tell people. Today's podcast was a thank you podcast.
Yes.
Because we've only been on the air 1 week. And we've had so many people reach out through emails.
So many positive messages.
Like, messages you would not believe, just saying thank you for, saying something that, I'm afraid to say. Or,
I did read that.
Hey, this interview with this guy was really good. He kind of showed me, a
different perspective.
A different perspective. Because it's the thing. I'm personally, I think Junior is the same way. We're not here to bash.
Yes.
We are here to tell the good, the bad, and the ugly. So that means, like, our last caller that we had on your Monday show. I was going to say yesterday, but no. Today's Wednesday. The caller we had on Monday, Logan from Ohio.
He had a lot of
good things to say. Now, Robert, on Saturdays, he had good and bad.
Yeah, but that's who he is. He talks about both sides.
Yeah, so I think people need to realize that we're here for good and bad.
Yes, we're not just here to bash on something and make it seem like all social media is bad or everything's good about it. We're here to give both sides of the coin. Yeah,
we want people to realize that we're giving both sides of the coin. So recap, check us out. We're still going to do pre-recorded on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We're going to do the YouTube on Thursday and Sunday.
Yep.
We're going to do a live on Saturdays.
And sometimes on Wednesdays.
We're going to use our Wednesday live for
important things that can't wait.
It's kind of like we're going to throw it up in the air. If we want to do a live on Wednesday, we will. If not, it'll be pre-recorded. Yeah. But definitely look for us on Saturday to do our lives. That's going to be live on Twitch as well.
Yep.
We got a new mic in, and it seems to be working great. We're working on getting a new laptop so we can run the program a little differently.
For now, it works.
For now, it works great, but there's some options that with the current laptop we don't get, so we want to upgrade our laptop to make this a much better show for you guys.
Much better experience.
Yeah, much better experience. So one of the other things, if you guys have any inspirational quotes or anything like that, please go ahead and send those to us at ChappysPhlokkingPodcast or at gmail.com. We'll get them. As long as it's not explicit or the royalties and copyrighted music, we'll go through them and we'll probably play them.
I'll be checking them out.
Just so you know, if you send them to us, you're giving us the right to use them on our podcast.
Yes.
If you email them to us, be assured that that's what you're doing. You're saying, here you go, use it. Look out for we're going to put up, when we finalize the interview that we're going to be doing, it's a special interview. When that's all finalized, that will be posted on our website.
Which I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, I am too. That one's going to be a big one. He's all over on social media right now, so I'm going to give a little bit of a clue. He redid a song that's probably one of my favorites. I'm not going to say his name, but the song I know which one you're talking about. It's called Old Red.
By Blake Shelton,
Blake Shelton. He redid it.
And it sounded great.
It sounded really good. So if you guys can figure it out, you know what I'm thinking? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Just pow, 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 pow. Just
that's how we do it here.
It's off the hip. If you guys email me with the guy's name of who it is, and you're right, and you're the first one, I'm gonna give you an extra entry into the giveaway.
Just because.
Just because you got it right. Okay? Which is another thing, don't forget, all you got to do is sign up on the website, ChappysPhlokkingPodcast.com, and it's just a free entry.
If you refer a friend, they get one, and you get an extra one for referring them. And if you buy for every $5 on our gear merch, however you want to describe it, for every $5 you get 5 entries. So there's different ways that you're able to do this.
Yeah, like you don't have to purchase anything.
No.
Let's make that clear. You don't
it's
have
not
to,
obligated.
It's not an obligation. That's just if you want to get some gear. But I suggest if you're going to buy something, don't buy a mug this month.
No, do not.
Don't buy a mug this month because you're gonna get one for free. Well, you have a chance to get one for free. Oh, I know the other thing before I forget. We are going to be doing a discount promo code.
Yes.
We have to set it up. Keep your eyes peeled.
For when it goes live.
When it goes live, it's going to be CPP05. It's going to be a 5% discount. Listen, guys, as a thank you, we are literally trying to hook you up.
Yes.
Just as a thank you. We're going to give you 5% off. We've already marked down most of everything on our gear.
Because a lot of it was pricey.
It was really pricey. And so we were like, no. We chopped it down to where you guys can buy it at an affordable price. And it's a thank you from us to you. We're going to give you a discount on top of that, which is a thank you from us to you. We're going to give you something free just by coming to the website, making an account, saying